In 2007, I quit my job to hike the Appalachian Trail. In this video, I'll share one story from this epic adventure which inspired my photographing post office murals and ultimately the work I'm sharing with you here on the Post Office Fans YouTube channel. Hi, my name is David and I'm a graduate of the 2007 class of Appalachian Trail through hikers. For those of you who may be new to the hiking community, the Appalachian Trail is one of the more well-known long-distance hiking trails in the US. The trail stretches from Georgia to Maine, and the total length is roughly 2,176 miles and takes about 6 months to through hike. You see, whenever I give presentations about the murals in post offices, one of the frequently asked questions I get is this: how did you get started? Or how did you learn about the murals in post offices? If you've ever attended an in-person presentation, one of the most interesting things I find is hearing or learning about the presenter. Even here on YouTube, whenever I watch a video, I often ask myself, who is the person speaking to me? One thing I've noticed when giving my own presentations is that people are often interested and engaged when hearing my story. They may have already seen a mural in a post office or watched one of my videos, but the reason they show up for in-person events is for that personal connection or to learn more about the presenter. So when I read the press release from the United States Postal Service that they are issuing these 15 beautiful Appalachian Trail stamps, I thought it would be the perfect time to share one story from my experience on the Appalachian Trail. Let me know in the comments section down below which one is your favorite. Have you hiked the Appalachian Trail? While you do that, I'm going to grab a sip of coffee. During my hike, one of the ways I resupplied was by mailing provisions general delivery to the local post office closest to the trail. However, the life-changing moment for me was when I resupplied in Erwin, Tennessee. A local trail angel shuttled a few hikers, including me, to the Erwin, Tennessee post office. When I arrived at the building, I had already been interested in post offices. So when I entered the lobby and saw this big mural on the wall, I was immediately intrigued. But I was with other hikers and I didn't have much time to enjoy it. However, I took several pictures and went on with my hike. Several months passed, and when I returned home, I started going through all the pictures I had taken, and I stumbled across those few pictures I had taken in Erwin, Tennessee. At this point, I wanted to know more. Who painted it? Why was it there? So I started doing some research, but I couldn't find anything related to this particular mural in Erwin. What I did find was a book written by Howard Hull, the original author of the Tennessee Post Office Murals book. I also learned during my early research that murals existed in many post offices nationwide, not just in Tennessee, and they are part of a legacy of New Deal programs created during the Great Depression. The story gets even better because the mural in Erwin is not even a Depression-era mural. This particular mural was painted in 1970, and all the Great Depression-era murals were, of course, from the late 1930s and the early 1940s, a good 40 years after the Tennessee post office mural was painted. I never found the name of the artist or the reason why the Erwin mural was painted. Reflecting back now, I had no idea at the time how going to the Erwin, Tennessee post office would become a life-changing event for me. Through hiking the Appalachian Trail is indeed a remarkable achievement. Whenever people hear you've through hiked, the reactions flood in, like, wow, that's so cool, or you must have so many stories. Discovering that murals and other works of art exist in our post offices is only one story from this adventure and one way the Appalachian Trail has shaped my life. I could have given up in learning about the murals, but I didn't. I continued my research and I learned about the various New Deal programs and the murals in other states. Since I'm from Illinois, that's where I started. The Erwin, Tennessee mural may have piqued my curiosity, but didn't actually observe a real or official New Deal mural until I started looking closer to home. When I learned there are 75 sites in Illinois, I set out to see them all, and the rest, they say, is history. I've been hooked ever since, and I'm driven to visit and share them all with you. Are you interested in seeing a mural in a post office? Click on this link and I'll show you a few. Take care.